Blind Boy, respect, what's going on?
Oh boy, Hector, what's happening, kid?
Listen, can I just say one thing to you, man? How is the horse?
How is the horse? I tell you, the horse is grand at the moment, but since people started to know a bit more about the horse and stuff, a couple of things have been happening to it. Now, I'm going to give a public announcement to all your viewers who are into horses, who are listening, because this is very, very important when it comes to looking after horses, right? If you see a horse's nest, please don't go over and start touching the eggs, okay? Because if you touch the eggs in a horse's nest, the mother will die of a broken heart. It won't come back to the eggs.
Okay.
So it's very important. If you're around any trees or anything like that, don't go up touching the eggs in the horse's nest.
Okay,
very important.
Blind Boy, can I just say that, is the horse going to get fed this Christmas? Is he safe with all these, with nearly 1 million hits on YouTube? We just got to care about the horse. Is he going to have a nice Christmas?
No, gee, I've got that horse in a very important, a very, very top Dublin hotel at the moment, the same as myself. He's in the room next door. He'll be dining on Swan this lunch.
Lovely.
Don't worry about that.
I love it. Can I ask you, Blind Boy, the horse has become such a, he is becoming a cultural, natural icon in this country. Where did you get it? Who did you get it? And how much did you pay for it?
Well, the horse, I actually swapped it for a bag of yolks.
Okay.
And, in 1992.
Right, okay. That was a good deal.
It was a grand deal. And I got it off a fella called Benelin.
Right.
Down in Limerick.
Tell me.
It was actually a bad deal. It was a bad deal because Benelin's previous horse, he wasn't great for looking after horses. Benelin had a horse and he left it in the field and he came back to the horse the next day and the horse, whatever, it was an unfortunate situation, but the horse had managed to hang itself. Gospel truth, like, and the thing was about it, everyone was saying to Benelin, you can't look after horses, you can't look after horses. And he was pure defiant and actually tried to look after the horse. Left it in a field, tied to a tree, nice all length, and the horse hanging the next day. So whether it did it itself, or whether it was an accident, that's a mystery. But let's just say the field is supposed to be haunted by the ghost of this horse.
Can I ask you?
The uncle of the horse that I have.
Can I ask you, Blind Boy, how are the Rubberbandits coping with this? Because this is a YouTube sensation, and hopefully we're all going to get behind you and get Rubberbandits to #1 at Christmas. How are you coping with this?
I'm not coping with it too bad. I mean, I suppose just rolling around in money once or twice a day helps. Things like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and now you're on the telly. You're on Republic of Loose every night, every
Republic
week.
Of Loose.
Republic of Loose.
Wednesday night, kid. Every time I say Republic of Telly Wednesday night, I get 100 quid into my bank account.
Okay, come here. Can I ask you, who's the queer one in the video?
Who's that? That's some Polish bird that we found. I should have found out her name. We just picked her up at the side of the road, like.
Oh, she's fair hot. She's fair hot with the ponytail.
She's nice as well. Like, I mean, all the boys on the internet were looking for her last week, and I had to try and kind of throw the scent off so the lads wouldn't find her, like, So I said, and it worked as well, that they were like, who's the girl in the video? Who's the girl in the video? I told them what we did is we got a couple of sticks, stuck a lot of chicken breasts to the sticks, and with a bit of makeup, and then I got RTE to do a lot of CGI graphics, and tried to convince people that, you'd have a better chance getting off with Shrek, basically.
She's a Polish bird.
She's Polish or Lithuanian, one of them. I couldn't really understand, she chewed the jaws off herself. I met her at her age. I couldn't understand a word out of her mouth, regardless of what she's speaking.
Tell me this, Blind Boy, is it true the Mitsubishi used in the video, the Mitsubishi was stolen last week?
It was the Subaru. The Subaru
the Subaru's gone. Tell us about the crime.
Well, I thought, first of all, I found out, it's stolen. Then I found out that it's not actually stolen. It was confiscated by the guards. And then I investigated further. I'm like, why is it confiscated by the guards? And the lad in the video who owns the Subaru, the fame of being on the internet, it kind of went to his head a bit, and he went a bit mad. And he got the Subaru anyway and went through this ritual in the road. He started putting a crown of thorns on the Subaru's head, like what they done to our Lord, And the guards basically took the car off him until he learned how to cop on to himself. So the guard, official statement as well, because I saw the statement's in front of him. It's not a summons or anything, but it's like, until such and such learns how to cop onto himself, he won't be getting his Subaru back.
Can I ask you, Blind Boy, just we're getting close to Christmas, the big day, are you a turkey or goose man?
Swan.
Are you a roast potato or boiled potato man?
Mashed, the ones that you get in Dunn's, mashed.
How many Brussels sprouts will the Rubberbandits have for Christmas?
As many as I can humanly have. I love Brussels sprouts.
And tell me, will you go mad Christmas night or lie in the house watching Top of the Pops?
Christmas night, I usually go out the back garden
and see the Banshee.
In the snow, with Maybe see if I can see the tails of the banshee. Like a hot cider. I'd be out the back garden drinking hot cider.
Listen, we're behind you 100%. I'm not a big fan of X Factor, man, and we're behind this homegrown talent, Blind Boy. Number one for Christmas. When can we get on this? And is it available now to download?
You can get it on iTunes, right? But I didn't know this. But what everyone is saying, and I'd be inclined to agree with them now, if you want to get it on the Christmas number one on Thursday. What's today? Wait, Tuesday. Is it? On Thursday, this is going to be in all shops, in the country, in all good record shops. Horse Outside, Rubberbandits. So if you buy it from the 16th to the 23rd, if enough people buy it, then we have a fair chance at the Christmas number one. Christmas
number one from Limerick hasn't heard since the strawberries were there, the cranberries, many years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, I'm going to play your song now, Blind Boy, and mind the horse for me, won't you?
I will, of course, Hector. I will. Thanks for having me in the show.
Cheers, man. Keep her lit, man. Bye. That was